Speaking of cute, I had to go there. First up this morning, it's time for Ryan J's reviews. He's cute too.
I know. Finally, the weather's getting cold, and that means the box office is heating up. It's nationally syndicated film critic Ryan J. He's here with his picks for the weekend. Ryan, do you have the same trouble with the pockets of your winter coats?
I do.
You do?
It's so funny. You were talking about that, and I have the worst is having spare change caught in there because then you're walking around and you can't find it and you hear it and it's so annoying.
Yeah, or it gets caught in between that, where that hole is and like another lining part of the jacket. Yeah, totally get that.
To know.
Yeah, so nice to have you here today.
Thanks for the compliment,
You're
gorgeous.
welcome, cutie. All right, let's talk about movies coming up in the box office. I mean, this is a season where things are really heating up as we wind toward the Oscar announcements, right?
Right. This is, I mean, it's the biggest time of the year. All the great movies are coming out right now, and all the nominations are going to be announced. I think the Oscar nominations come out January 10th. That night, I will be in LA for the Critics' Choice Movie Awards. I'm very excited.
Yay!
But sadly, this weekend is kind of a dud. You know, we don't have anything that great. So it's kind of like the quiet before the storm again. Because next week we've got The Hobbit again, and then Les Mis, and some other big movies coming up soon. So
I can't wait. I'm going to hold my breath until next week. That's how excited I am. I'm starting now. How about playing for keeps?
don't breathe.
Turn blue. Breathe, honey, breathe.
Playing for keeps is okay. It looks really cliche and formulaic if you see the commercials, and it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. It stars,
Is this a chick flick?
Oh, it's a total chick flick.
Okay.
And not the best kind, because I love a good rom-com, a good chick flick, but this is Jerry Butler and Jessica Biel, and he plays a former soccer star turned wannabe sportscaster, and he's helping out his son's soccer team, and it's a good mix between sports and relationship issues, but there's just a lot of overacting in this movie. Like, bigger than should be. It's almost like you're watching a high school production, and that's mostly from the supporting cast, who's Uma Thurman, Dennis Quaid, and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Do you think it's because they're out of their genre, or are they just not on in the script?
I don't know. I think it's partially the script, and then just probably bad direction too. But they're literally like the fake crying, and Judy Greer is in it in a supporting role. She does some really bad fake crying, and then just Uma Thurman and Dennis Quaid are just overacting. Just everything is really big, and almost like that they're on a stage, and it's not appropriate for a movie. So I didn't hate it. It's not as bad as it looks, so I'm giving it a rental. But it's certainly not a must-see.
What about Catherine Zeta-Jones? Something about her face you want to say, right?
Oh my God, her face. Have you seen? I mean, she's had more plastic surgery than
not.
anyone. But it's good plastic surgery. She looks gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not. She looks better than her husband. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But it's still. She's had
still around?
everything done. I mean, everyone. You have to go to like Google. You have to like go and see early photos of her and what she used to look like, her original nose and her original cheeks. But she looks so different right now. Still gorgeous, but different.
I don't know. I don't like when people do that, because I picked her to play me in the movie about my life.
Right.
Yes.
So I mean, I need her to look young, but she shouldn't overdo it.
When we talk about that in the future, you'll have to say, I hope I'm portrayed by a young Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Young, exactly. I like that.
There you go.
Let's move on to, are we doing Deadfall next?
Deadfall.
Okay. Where did you see this movie?
This movie I actually watched on iTunes because it's pre-theatrical release, so you can go and rent it on iTunes, although I'm not recommending it. I'm saying it's more of a skip it. Because there's something wrong with the pacing of this film. It should be more suspenseful than it is. It's very violent and bloody, and it's a thriller, but there's not a lot of dialogue. So all that empty space that's just kind of quiet really bored me, and it's kind of forgettable.
So is it even in theaters?
No, it's not in theaters yet.
Okay.
I think it will get a limited theatrical release soon, but it is available now on iTunes. It stars Eric Bana and Olivia Wilde, and they play siblings who are criminals on the lam and sort of, ruining lives in the wake.
Okay, so it's not a love story between them. They're siblings.
No.
Okay.
Well, there is something awkward going on there, but I don't want to give anything away in case you do want to see it. But yeah.
Is that the two of them in the movie behind where he's touching her face behind you?
Yes.
That's in a pro.
It's
And
very,
that's the brother and sister?
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Okay.
Awkward.
My brother would not do that to me. He'd be going in for a slap, if anything. There wouldn't be any what's on your face, honey?
Let's touch your face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sissy SpaceX in that, huh?
Yeah, she is. She's good. But
I do like
she plays
her.
the mom, and she's okay.
All right, Hyde Park on the Hudson.
Yes, this one is opening in limited release, so not available right now in this town, but coming soon. And this is the other movie about a president. What you should be seeing Lincoln right now. That's the big one. This is Bill Murray as Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Laura Linney plays his cousin.
Love her.
It takes place in 1939. It's a period piece about the first time the King and Queen of England ever visit America America, and they come to visit President Roosevelt in England. And apparently, this is based on true events, and he's having an affair with his cousin, which sounds like it should be juicy, but it's not. This is a very boring movie, and not much happens. I think the height of drama in this film is they serve hot dogs for dinner, and that's apparently scandalous because it's so pedestrian.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What about your movie club? What's going up? Do you have something this week, or is it next week?
Not
that's
this
going on?
week.
Okay.
I'm going to see The Hobbit after this, so I'm excited to share that with you next week. But when I review that film with you next week, I'm going to be announcing 2 movie club picks for the following week, some big movies. So be sure to tune in next Friday for that.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to put it on my calendar. It was a blast going to your movie club the other week when we saw a kids film.
Rise of the Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians, which was fantastic. And people can find out more about your movie club. You can like Ryan on Facebook, follow him on Twitter at Ryan J Reviews, and for his full movie reviews, be sure to check out his website. It's ryanjreviews.com. Always a blast to see you.
Ryan.
Enjoy The Hobbit.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good to see you.